What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. And today it is the Champions League draw live watch along, people. Early morning business today. Well, not that early, but early enough as we look ahead to the draw, see who the teams get in the next stage of the Champions League. Obviously, we'll be looking ahead to see who Arsenal will potentially get in the last 16 and and beyond there. If we get beyond there, people, obviously Manchester City will either be playing Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. So massive. And obviously Celtic will be playing the other team that Manchester City don't play. So they're going to play Bayern Munich or Real Madrid as well. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will be back at 2 p.m. today, where we'll be doing the usual Arsenal show, press conference reaction, and all of that business, people. And we're doing OGs later on this afternoon over on Turkish's channel. That will probably be around 5 p.m. UK time, but I'll let you know for sure on the show later on. But big up to everyone. Hope you are well. And we're going to try and figure out this Champions League draw, because we know it's never straightforward. It's always crazy. Yeah, day 31 of Arsenal not signing players, people. You know what I mean? Day 31 of Arsenal not signing players. We'll talk about that at 2 o'clock. I'm actually going to try my best to not talk about Arsenal and transfers too much during this show and try and leave it till later on. But big up everyone. Hope you're well. Appreciate everyone tuning in. 6 a.m. in Philly, did someone just say that? Oh, New York. Philly, oh, Phil said it's 6 a.m. in New York City. Jeez, I appreciate the commitment, man. Bless up, Marcel. Happy Friday. Naipan's staying. Does it make any difference? You know what I mean? I wasn't hyped about us signing him anyway, to be honest. What is Ato doing? I think he must be asleep, my friend. What else is he doing? He ain't doing nothing. Lunch break settings. Yeah, man, listen, big up to everyone tuned in. Really appreciate it. You know, at the start of these Champions League draws, they waffle for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Europa League draws on after. I'm not going to stay live for that one. I'm being a bit snobby now, people, that we're nothing to do with that draw, so I don't have any interest in it. But, yeah. Phil said, up feeding the baby, and here comes a Big C notification. What more do you need, people? You know what I mean? Get the bottles out, feed the baby, and tune in for the stream. Big up, man. 5 a.m. in Chicago. The commitment's crazy, people. The commitment is crazy. Big up, Harvey. Big up, everyone locked in, man. Who do we want in the draw? You know what? Let's have a look. 7 a.m. in Trinidad. Big up from Trini. Port of Spain settings, people. This is the draw. Or this is sort of the pre-draw. It's a little bit complicated. I've been trying to do my best to kind of figure it out. I think I have figured it out, but bear with me. So I can't even zoom in too much. I hope you guys can see that. Let's go full screen. No, that's still not full screen. Get me out of there. Let's go full screen and let's get the comment off. So basically, Arsenal are at the bottom. Arsenal are at the bottom, as you can see. And we can obviously, us or Inter Milan will get two of Feyenoord, Juventus, AC Milan, or PSV. So we're going to get either Feyenoord, Juventus, AC Milan, or PSV. I believe they're going to draw it now so that we know who, which two teams we're going to get. I'm not sure whether clubs from the same country can play each other, so I'm assuming Milan will play Feyenoord or PSV and Juventus will play the other. C just disappeared like Havertz in games. Yep, he's been doing it for $2.75 a week. So 10 p.m. in Australia. Big up from Australia. Let's talk biscuits. We might have to if they waffle for too long. So basically, the breakdown is we will play one of Feyenoord, PSV, Juventus, or Milan. If we win that game and we go through to the quarterfinal, we will then play one out of Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, City, or Celtic. I know it's a lot of what-ifs and maybes, but this is the side of the draw that we're on. So we're not going to play against Liverpool. We're not going to play against Barcelona, PSG. We can't meet any of those sides until at least the semi-final. But we are going to run into maybe a Real Madrid or somebody in the quarterfinals. So That's kind of where we're at. You know, Neil said I'm missing the 7 a.m. Dominica news and watching you instead. I respect it. I respect it. Who was it who said on? Let me come back on the screen now. Who was it who said on AFTV? Havertz is the key to beating City. Might as well play the youngsters. I mean, damn, Havertz the key to winning a game of football. That's a scary proposition. How is Aston Villa have a better draw than Arsenal and Barcelona? So where are Villa? Where are Villa? I haven't even seen Villa in the draw. Villa are here. That is crazy, isn't it? How are Villa finishing lower than us? So Villa are going to get... Well, Villa will get Dortmund. Is that Bruges, is it? Sporting or Atalanta. And then if they win that, get to the quarters, they're probably going to run into Barcelona or Liverpool. Is their side easier? Maybe. I suppose, listen, if we ended up getting Juventus now and then Real Madrid in the quarterfinal, then yeah, effectively we have ended up. We could potentially get Juventus now, Real Madrid in the quarterfinal, and then Barcelona or Liverpool in the semi-final, and then yeah, it could be crazy. We could have a real difficult run to the final. But let's be honest, man, without sounding pessimistic, are Arsenal going to win the Champions League? We're not winning the Champions League with this attack. You know, if we can go and get a couple of quality players in and the draw works itself out for us, then maybe. But at the moment, you know, get to a semi-final or something. But you never know. Ideally, what do Arsenal want here? I think we want one of the two Dutch clubs without sounding disrespectful. I would rather play Feyenoord or PSV than play Juventus or AC Milan. Even though Juventus and AC Milan are not at their best, it's just that heritage. Champions League, you know, a second leg in the the San Siro. Those places are difficult places to go. You know what I mean? The heritage can kick in. Rafa Leao, or you're playing against Juventus. They've got good players. Dusan Vlahovic. I think PSV would probably be the weakest. Although I haven't actually looked at the Dutch league, to be honest. Let's have a look at the Dutch league. I think they are about to start the draw soon, actually. I say that. PSV are top of the league and they're 13 points clear of Feyenoord. So, actually, Feyenoord are probably the team that we want. Yeah, PSV are flying at the moment. 16 wins out of 20. They're far better than Feyenoord. So, maybe Feyenoord is the team that we want, to be honest. Second leg will be at the Emirates, people, from what I understand. So, first leg away, Feyenoord away, go to Holland, do well, get them back to the Emirates, finish off the job. But it's Arsenal, it's the Champions League. We've been unlucky in the Champions League, so we might end up getting a more difficult draw. But let's see. Matt, big up to you, who's become a new member on the channel. Daniel said, you're going to get a hair transplant like Turkish in a few years. I mean, like I said, people, I'm hanging on the baby hairs, but... yeah, the cane... you know what? Cane rows probably don't help. You know what I mean? Because it pulls your hair back. I might have to cut the hair off, go for the Jude Bellingham. But yeah, man, who knows, people? You know, if things don't go well over the next couple of years, Arsenal keep stressing me out. I'll have to get a discount code. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Harvey said, peak that knowing our path will be Juve, then Madrid. And let me just remind you all, it's the 31st and still no signings. I mean, Harvey... you're usually in the comments telling me to calm down, and you know what I'm saying? 31 days, still no signings, my friend. I mean, are we surprised? Are we surprised, people? We've got, how many days we got left? Monday is deadline day. We've got the weekend. Let's see what happens. A lot can change in football, people. You know what I mean? A lot can change in football. See, you would look sick with waves. I've had waves before, you know. I've had waves before. I can't lie. Good day, Christopher, mate. Big up from Australia. That was my Australian accent. Big up. Big up the community, man. Big up you guys tuning in. 1,500 of you already. When Harvey's panicking, I know that there's panic because he is a very calm person when it comes to Arsenal. And he's saying 31 days, no try. Hey, don't worry, man. We'll get someone in on Monday. Panic buy. No, it's a disgrace. When you look at the fact we had 9 games in January, these deals should have been done already. But it is what it is. Welcome to the C Unit. Big up yourselves. Curtis, if no signings, are we going after the club Tuesday online? I said, bro. The email address is there. 11 p.m. Monday evening, we're going to have a very different conversation if we haven't done no business. Because we'll have clarity, people. Clarity, you know, a tough truth is better than a soft lie, people. If they don't buy anybody, at least we know what time it is. Yeah, at least we know what time it is with the football club. But we'll see. You know, we'll see, people. Breaking, we haven't signed anybody. Yeah, exactly. Harvey said, I know, I usually try to stay balanced, but can't lie, heads falling off. You see what I mean? The calm community are losing their heads. You know, this is what Arsenal does to you, people. This is what they do to you. That's why you got to drink your water, man, and get that natural cocoa butter on your skin. They'll make you look old, people. Big up Mojez. I hope I'm not butchering your name there. Big up for becoming a member of the community. Rashford incoming. Yeah, Rashford on Monday, 30 million. Get your stocks ready, people. Get your drafts ready. Big up Keros. Yeah, the drafts are there, bro. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. I told you. We're going to spam the email. We're going to get the hashtag going. But anyway, they've got Thiago Alcantara. You know, Thiago is one of those players. I always wanted him at Arsenal. I know he went to Liverpool. I think Liverpool got him a little bit late in his career. He'd had some major knee injuries. But he's a top player. I always wanted him at Arsenal, man. Technician. Rashford, 30 million over Watkins, 60 million. Well, yeah. We're not going to get Watkins. You know, Duran's on his way. And we're going to have to go for somebody else. Nunandinho said, I got my pilot's license. Tell me when we're flying the plane. People are, yo, for real. C-Unit business. We'll reach out. We'll sort it out, people. Greetings from Stoke-on-Trent. Big up, man. We're worldwide. Big up from Denmark. What was that accent? I thought that was prime Australian, to be fair, but my apologies. Tokyo Guna, big up from Japan. Big up yourself. You should cut your hair short and get a fade. We might do, man. We might do. Thierry sold as a dream. Yeah, Thierry, man. It was a pyramid scheme. Invest your money and then you lose it. As a Real Madrid fan, I'm praying that we get Celtic so we don't have to risk injuries, said TCR Edits. Big up, man. Big up yourself. They're just sort of explaining the draw. Curtis! Rewind it, DJ. Big up. Cameron voice, you know. Real hip-hop. So they're explaining the draw. Seeded clubs against unseeded clubs. 2 pairings. You're guaranteed to get 2 from the opposite pairing. It's like an NBA setup in it. So the team in 9th will end up with a team in 24th or 23rd. Second leg's at home. Blah, blah, blah. Is what it is. Yeah, I saw that. Chelsea want Evan Ferguson now. Arsenal apparently inquired about him as well. I wouldn't buy Evan Ferguson, man. Genuinely, I just don't think there's any point signing a player like that. He ain't going to take us to the next level. But let's see. Let's see. The club have no hiding space. I'm glad that they made that offer for Ollie Watkins, because what that showed us is, oh, you have got money in the bank, right? You have got some dough there. Cool. So we know if we get to Monday, 11 p.m. and no one gets signed, you weren't serious. Cool. I respect it. I'm glad they made that offer for Ollie Watkins. They gave us clarity. There's money in the bank. Big up Khalid, who says, big up from Dubai. Big up, bro. I'd love to be in the Dubai sunshine right now rather than this wet, cold weather. Big up Boffa Blessing from Big up from Ghana. Big up yourself. Why not terminate the Sterling and get Ferguson? There's no clause in the contract. If you was Chelsea, would you do Arsenal a favour right now and say, I'll go on then, send him back? Have you seen the way the guy's been playing? There's no break clause in the contract. I think the only way to get round getting Evan Ferguson on loan would be we would have to sign Neto or Sterling. Now, of course, we ain't going to sign Raheem Sterling on 300 grand a week the way that he's playing. But we could sign Neto on a permanent as our backup goalkeeper. Then we could get Evan Ferguson on loan. But let's be honest, does Evan Ferguson make a huge difference? He's the 3rd or 4th choice striker for Brighton. What's he going to come to Arsenal and do, really? He might get the odd goal off the bench. The man can't get ahead of João Pedro. He can't get ahead of Danny Welbeck. I think that Rutter is playing ahead of him. Yeah, what's Evan Ferguson going to do at Arsenal, bro? He's a mid-table player at the moment. What channel? It's on TNT Sports 2. TNT Sports 2, people. Vlahovic on loan deadline day. I think we'd have to buy him on a permanent. I think we'd have to get him on a permanent. She's Big C looking sharp. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, people. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. It's Friday, people. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? We got Man City. It's a big game. It's a really big game. Bro, what do you make of the Saudis ready and a 90 million offer for Mitoma? I mean, do you know what? I keep looking at the Saudi clubs and I think, when are you going to come and sign one of our players for 90? Offer 90 million for Martinelli. Offer 90 million for Kai Havertz. Please, rescue us. Come and buy one of our players that we could do with getting rid of. You know what I'm saying? Please, man. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Rashford to the carpet. Don't be surprised, man. I can see it happening. Zilla said, Big C, do you think Waneri will start? He should. The manager needs to be brave, man. Don't drop him just because he's young. He deserves to start. You know? Club would probably refuse it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? When was the last time we got past the knockout stage? When was the... Big C, when was the last time we got past the knockout? Well... The knockout stage. We were in the knockout stage last year, right? We got to... When did we lose? Quarterfinals? I want to see Arsenal get beyond the quarterfinals, man. We got to get to the semi-final and beyond. You never know with the Champions League, man. You need the look of the draw. You need the look of the draw, people. That's the problem. Would you prefer Watkins age 29 or Isak age 29 in Rebuild 5.1A, Section 5.11A? It's crazy. We'll probably buy Isak in about 4 years. You're right. A final would be special. Right, the draw is about to start, people. The draw is about to start. Let me get ready to write. Let's get ready to start writing. The draw is underway. First club out of the draw, Club Brugge. Club Brugge of Belgium. They will play either Atalanta or Dortmund, people. Stick with me here. This could get a little bit complicated, but we're going to get right. And Club Brugge will play against Dortmund or Atalanta, and they will... Sporting... Well, I didn't get that right, did I? Why did they just show two totally different teams? Oh, now... Oh, I get it. I get it. So it's Brugge and Sporting. They're the first two. And then the next two are Atalanta and Dortmund. Right, I know what's going on now. I know what's going on. You know everything is complicated here, innit? Bear with me here, people. I know what's going on now. I thought I knew what was going on. Harvey said if the Saudi League want to be successful, they need to broadcast a free network in the UK like ITV. Get people watching. Gas the fact you have Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm probably going to start doing some Saudi games, you know, on the streams. We need to connect with different audiences. Right. Manchester City now. What the hell is going on? I think all the seeded clubs are getting drawn out first. And then they'll probably line them up and then they'll add all the unseeded ones. So, right. Yeah, there's no point even me starting to write. Because they're just pulling out all the seeded clubs first on the left-hand side. It is quantum physics, man. I feel like I'm in a maths lesson. You know what I mean? Algebra and that. There's no point me writing anything yet. All the seeded teams are just getting drawn out first on the left-hand side. I'm trying to get the Saudi bag, man. I'm telling you, people. I've got some plans, man. I've got some plans for this year. I don't want to reveal them too much because, you know, other content creators might try and do the same stuff. But, yeah, there's some plans, people. So they're just writing all the seeded clubs at the start, and then they're going to draw out the unseeded clubs. So there's no point me... Curtis, if you understand the format, please teach Robbie. He's still moaning. I've been debating with Robbie for ages, man. I think the new format's way better. Right, here we go. So all of them... Yeah, keep it a secret. You have to sometimes. You can't say all your plans in life, people. Something I've figured out. Sometimes you have to keep it quiet, you know, and just let the work do the talking, and then we can talk about it. Smash the likes, people. Get the likes up. Nearly 2,000 of you in the chat. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Brest are out now. Calm down. The team, not the actual. Ornstein Bomber. Don't play with my feelings, man. I'm sick of Ornstein Bombers. If it ain't Arsenal signing someone, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. What's the Bomber? Chuba Akpong going to Lille. Well, I suppose he is an ex-Arsenal player. That's probably the best Bomber we're going to get at the moment. When people say Ornstein Bomber, I don't even get excited anymore because I know it ain't going to be nothing to do with us. Matisse Tell favours a loan move in this window. That might give Manchester United the edge over Tottenham and Arsenal. More bad news, people. More bad news. Arsenal just not signing anybody. Right. I think now we're getting the... Brest are out. Let me tune in. PSG. Are these still the... It's still the unseeded clubs, right? So we've got no... oh, Brest against PSG. Wow. So what I've now realised is that clubs from the same country can play each other. PSG against Brest. No Brest jokes, people. I know you can't help yourself. Brest against PSG. First game. First game, people, is Brest against PSG. There you go. Monaco against I can't wait to watch Brest. You just so... You can't help yourself, can you? You can't help yourself. What's the next game? I didn't even see that one. Who was that last team? That was Monaco against Benfica. Monaco against Benfica, people, is the second game. Juventus against PSV. That means we're getting AC Milan or Feyenoord. Oh, it's getting interesting. So we're not getting Juventus. So we're getting AC Milan. Yes! No? Oh, Feyenoord against Milan. So we still don't know who we're playing. So that's actually bad. That means we're going to get one of the Italian clubs if they beat the Dutch side. So that's actually not good. That's actually not good. We needed AC Milan to get Juventus. This is so confusing. Just bear with me. Realistically, we're probably going to get one of... Yo, I celebrated, bro. I don't even know who we're playing. It's the most complicated draw ever. I don't know what's going on here. Real Madrid, come on. Give Real Madrid to Man City. I want to see that game. Who they got? Manchester City against Real Madrid. Hala Madrid. Cinema. Oh, Kylian Mbappe. Come on. Real Madrid against Manchester City, people. Wow. Crazy. Real Madrid versus Man City. That is unbelievable. I think City are out. I will be supporting Real Madrid that night. Hala Madrid. Let's go. Hala Madrid, man. I want City out. I've had enough. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Manchester City against Real Madrid in the playoffs. What a game that's going to be. We're definitely doing a live stream for that. Why is it all going... Why is it delaying like that, man? Relax yourself. Let me get that off. Try and get this sorted out. Club Brugge v Atalanta. Let's get the full draw up. This is crazy. This draw's so complicated, by the way, man. It's like I feel like I'm in a science lesson. Let's get that up so we can see what's going on. 2 legs, yeah, home and away. I mean, that's gonna stress them out as well. They got 2 tough games there. Real Madrid versus Manchester City, which means Celtic are gonna get Bayern Munich, which is a big game for them as well. At Parkhead. Even the stream can't handle it. It's crazy. City against Madrid. Now, who's the home game first is what I want to know. Right, so Arsenal. Am I reading this right, people, or am I... They haven't drawn it yet. So we don't know who we're playing yet. This draw is absolutely crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on here. We don't know who we're playing yet. City are home first. I should have put it as Man City versus Real Madrid then. They're the home team first. But Real Madrid against Manchester City, people. The draw is so complicated. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I just want to know who Arsenal are getting. Are we playing the winner of Milan? Or are we getting Juventus? If they beat the Dutch teams. City is unseeded. They play first. I don't know what's going on here. These lot are applauding like it's over. Ain't there more to come? What's going on? What's going on? The draw's ended. What the hell's happened? I ain't even seen the whole draw. Are they just going for an advert or is it finished? I don't know what's going on here. I thought the draw was still going on and they've ended it. I don't know. This is the strangest Champions League draw I have ever seen. So Juventus have got PSV. Who've we got? Who are we playing? Did we not even find out who we're getting? Is it just them? I don't think we know who we've got. I don't think they tell you. I think they're just showing you the playoffs. AC Milan against Feyenoord, Juventus against PSV. Yeah, I don't think we find out who we're getting. What the hell's going on? So we don't know who we're playing. There's another draw. There isn't. The programme's finished. Programme's finished. Look, Europa League draw is coming up next. So we actually don't know who we're playing. We're just going to get... There must be another draw at the end of the playoffs. So we're going to get one of the... I reckon the Italian teams will beat the Dutch teams, to be honest. So in reality... You've got AC Milan against Feyenoord. I think AC Milan will beat them. And then you've got Juventus against PSV. So, realistically, we're likely to get one of the Italian teams. Because I think both the Italian teams will win those games. We don't find out tonight. There's another draw after this round. What the hell was the point me turn? So, really, I've only turned up to see Manchester City get Real Madrid. And that's it. Let me try and get the full draw then, what we've just seen. I'm not even quite sure what we did see. I basically did the watch-along because I thought we were going to find out who Arsenal were playing, and now I find out there's another draw. But anyway, we're here anyway. Let's just get the full draw on the screen so we can see what has occurred and then figure it out from there. Celtic get Bayern Munich. That'll be a good game at Parkhead. You'll get a good atmosphere there. That was a bit of a poor draw. I expected way better than that. I thought it was going to be way more exciting than that. Right, let's get this draw on the screen so we know what's what, people. So we know what's what. I thought we were genuinely finding out who we were getting. So you've got Brest against PSG. You've got Manchester City against Real Madrid. You've got Monaco against Benfica. You've got Celtic against Bayern Munich. You've got Club Brugge against Atalanta. Juventus against PSV. Sporting Lisbon against Borussia Dortmund. And then Feyenoord against AC Milan. So then we're going to get another draw after the playoffs. And then the top 8 teams will find out who they play against. So top 8 draw is next month, apparently, after these playoffs have finished. So Arsenal will play either Juventus or PSV, the winner of that game, or Feyenoord and AC Milan. I would imagine we're going to get one of the Italian clubs because I think Juventus will beat PSV and I do think AC Milan will beat Feyenoord over the 2 legs. I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen, but I would expect Arsenal will play against one of the Italian teams. These games are 2 legs as well. So it'd be interesting. No, Aston Villa got through in 8th. They got through in 8th, so they're through to the next round as well. Fizzy said, I reckon PSV beat Juventus. I mean, listen, I might have got it wrong. PSV are top of their league and flying at the moment, so maybe they will beat Juventus. Top 8 draw is in 3 weeks. Right, let's do predictions. What we going for here? Brest against PSG. Yeah, I mean, I reckon PSG will beat them. They're a lot better than them in the league. So I reckon PSG beat Brest. I reckon Real Madrid beat Manchester City. Monaco against Benfica. I reckon Benfica win that. They've got a lot of goals in their team. Although Monaco did beat Aston Villa. I'll go for Benfica. They're very good at home. Celtic against Bayern Munich. I think Bayern will have too much for Celtic. I think Celtic will have a good go at Parkhead, but I think the game in Germany they'll batter them. Bruges against Atalanta. I think Atalanta will have too much. Ademola Lookman and them. Juve against PSV. You lot are making me think twice now because PSV are flying top of the league, but Juve, who've Juve got? Vlahovic. I mean, you'd still favour Juve, but people saying they're quite poor, so maybe PSV will have a chance. Sporting against Dortmund, I would probably go for Dortmund. I think they're a little bit stronger than Sporting. I know Gyökeres. I think Dortmund overall as a team are a little bit stronger. And then you've got PSV against AC Milan. I think AC Milan will have too much. A lot of people saying Juventus have names, but they're poor, not a good side. Maybe PSV beat Juventus. I think AC Milan will beat Feyenoord. I think Leao and the individual quality will be a little bit too much for them. Juve are terrible because their striker is Vlahovic, who we want. Juve have a shaky defence. Well, Vlahovic at the moment, he doesn't seem to want to play for them. Away goals aren't back. No away goals. So it'll just be regular. I want the Timber Derby. Yeah, it'd be good to see how good his brother is because a lot of people have said that we should go for him. People saying Feyenoord win. AC couldn't beat Zagreb. Yeah, that's true. Listen, maybe the Italian sides are not as good as I thought. I'm sort of giving them respect based on the heritage. But maybe not. Listen, the reality of the situation, if Arsenal get PSV, Feyenoord, Milan, Juventus, if we're serious, we need to be beating all 4 of those teams. I know there's a lot of heritage attached to Milan and Juventus, but you've still got to be getting the better of them over 2 legs, especially with the fact that Arsenal are seeded, which means the second leg is back at the Emirates. If you can go to Juventus or Milan or one of the 2 Dutch clubs, have a decent first game and then beat them in the return leg, you should be all right. So, but you never know. You never know. I've seen Arsenal struggle to beat other teams. So Arsenal will basically play the winners of Juventus against PSV or Feyenoord against AC Milan. There's another draw in 3 weeks, and we will find out who we get then. Just in terms of the rest of the draw, am I being disrespectful to Manchester City people? I've sat here and said Real Madrid are going to beat Man City, but listen, Real Madrid at the moment are playing Vasquez at right back. They've struggled at centre back with Alaba being out. They seem to be clicking going forward, Real Madrid. Mbappe and those guys are scoring now, but defensively, they do look a bit susceptible, man. I don't know. I don't know if that game is as clear-cut as maybe we think. Manchester City are at home first as well. Second leg in the Bernabeu. That probably doesn't favour them. But it's amazing that Real Madrid or Manchester City are going to go out of the Champions League without even reaching the last 16. They're the 2 favourites to win the competition, which is wild. OG's is today. I'm just sorting out the time with Turkish actually at the moment, but I'm going to be back at 2 p.m. Press conference reaction, transfer talk, all of that stuff. So make sure you tune in for that. Harvey said, I think last year's City versus this year's City, then City, but not now. Madrid slapped them. I think Madrid are too good going forward at the moment. I don't think City, the way they're defending, will be able to handle them. I just think, I mean, who are they going to play at right back? Rico Lewis. What's he going to do against Vinicius Jr.? He's going to get absolutely destroyed. He said, Curtis, I have a feeling we're winning the double. Listen, I'll say it right now and I'll say it again. I think Liverpool are genuinely they're either favourites, in my opinion, or second favourites to win the Champions League. Probably whoever wins out of Real Madrid, Man City become favourites. If Madrid win it, I still think their heritage and quality makes them favourites. But Liverpool, over 2 legs with the Anfield game, are going to give anybody problems. And they've beaten Real Madrid already. So, and they're probably on the easier side of the draw. I mean, Arsenal could, in theory, play AC Milan or Juventus and then have to play Real Madrid. We're on the harder side of the draw. So Liverpool, Barcelona on that side, it's going to be difficult. But there's some interesting ones here. Celtic, I don't think there's any way they beat Bayern Munich over 2 legs. I think they'll give them a good game in at Parkhead. I think the game in Germany they'll get battered. But yeah, very interesting. We'll definitely be doing a lot of streams as well. Real Madrid, Man City, home and away. I'll be doing that stream. I will be, probably supporting Real Madrid. I love Mbappe. Obviously met him in the summer in LA. Fantastic player. I don't know. That's a good point. Can the new signings play in the playoffs? So can Kvara play for PSG now? Or is this still considered part of that group phase and they can't play until the knockout stage? I don't really know how it works out. Wild, you met him. Bro, when I say I met him, it was a very brief meet. He literally was moving like he had 4 security guards around him. 1 in front, 2 at the side, 1 behind. It was like Michael Jackson was walking through the club. It was crazy. And when I tell you, Jude Bellingham's walking through the club just with his friend. No security. Yo, Jude, what you saying? A quick chat. Yeah, man, what you saying, bro? Cool. Yes. Jude was calm with his one friend. Trent walked by next. Trent was like, I can't take no pictures, lad. I said, yo, man, don't even want a picture, bro. Relax yourself. You know what I mean? I think Trent knew if a picture went out, he's in the nightclub with a bunch of Real Madrid players, he was in trouble. But yeah, Mbappe, you couldn't get near him. It's show, bro. He's like, yeah, he just nodded and that, cool. But yeah, I spoke to Jude Bellingham for 3 or 4 minutes, was cracking jokes and everything, man. Cool guy. But Kylian couldn't get anywhere near him. Trent was like, yo, Trent, what you saying? He was like, no pictures. I was like, brother, we don't want no picture. You know what I'm saying, bro? You're a Liverpool player. I'm not that hyped. But yeah, Kylian was wild still. It was mad. You couldn't get near him. When you're walking out of the club, they do that thing where they've got them pen lights where they like shine the light at people. So when photographers are trying to take pictures of him, like the lights flashing at them, it was crazy. I've never seen that kind of behavior. I've seen it online with these superstars, but seeing Mbappe like that, it was wild. I said, bro, I don't want a picture, bro. What are you talking about, Trent? I should have mugged him off, said, bro, you can't even defend. No, I'm joking, though. What a player. What a player he is. I rate Trent. And he was cool, man. I can't lie. He just knew he would have probably got in a bit of trouble. People, let me read out these super chats I'll get out of here. Guna Carlos, we still don't know who we play or what side we are. No, I turned up for the draw thinking I knew who we was going to play, and we've got no idea. What we do know, we're going to play Juve or PSV or Feyenoord or Milan, but we knew that before anyway. James Bond said, Big C, I got this, then 2 minutes in, what the hell is going on? That is genuinely the most complicated draw I have ever seen. I didn't know what was going on. I was waiting for the next part, and then it went to an advert. Big up Gunner Down Under, hope you're well. This is only the playoff draw. I wish you'd have told me that yesterday, bro. Stephen Dobson, if we get Milan, we face the same manager from Porto, yeah? Him and Arteta was arguing last year. And Nicola said, rooting for Madrid, you want to win the Champions League. City are awful. Well, I don't think we're going to win the Champions League anyway. And it sounds crazy, but I don't know. Is this a crazy thing to say? But if we don't win the Champions League, which we're not likely to win the Champions League, but obviously I hope we do, I would rather see Arsenal go out in a blockbuster of a game against Real Madrid over 2 legs than... I know Bayern Munich are a big club, but there was a real anticlimax last year playing Bayern Munich. It was just like, losing in Germany against them. I want to see Arsenal play Real Madrid over two legs. Kylian Mbappe at the carpet. You can't sneak your way to a Champions League final. You just can't. We're not going to get through the Champions League without playing anyone decent. You know, you've got to. I don't want us to have a great team in every draw, of course, but I want something exciting in the Champions League. Real Madrid over two legs would be amazing to watch until we're 3-0 down because Kylian Mbappe's running rings around Kivior. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully not Kivior. And but yeah, it would be a spectacle, that's for sure. Gunnar Down Under said they don't reveal which winner of each game plays who because it could have some effect on the ties for match fixing. That's a good point. That is a good point. I suppose if you know who you're going to play, then it's all mad. Right, so I figured out the time now. So I'm live at 2 o'clock, and then we're going straight over to OG's at 3 o'clock. So back-to-back shows, people. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, and then maybe 3:30, actually. Maybe 3:30. Because we might go over. I'm just thinking. Let me make it. Because sometimes with them press conference reactions, they drag on a little bit. So rather than rushing it and getting it in before 3, I'll try and push it back to 3:30. So anyway, big up to everyone locked in. Really appreciate your support. I'll be back at 2 o'clock. Then we'll do OGs at 3:30. So lots of content today. Big up to everyone for locking in. And I will see you all at 2 p.m, people. Bless.